So Master Wong, how long have you been actually training martial arts for?
Oh, for a long time now. When I'm about 14, do all,
14?
Yeah, do all different kind of martial art, and then come, like I mentioned before, just the martial art people teach you is very important. Yeah, and it's all up to you to decide to see which one is good. You know, when you're young, of course you don't know, you go for anyone. But make sure you go choose the people that are suitable for you and see if they like you or not.
Yeah.
Another important thing to understand is make sure the instructor or anybody you learn from, they've got to make sure they don't have problem. If the people got problem already, they can provide for you and they can't help you. If you just think about when we talked about earlier, you know, if somebody already got all sort of problem and you ask them to help you, they got no time to help you or care what your problem is. Yeah, they don't really care. So do whatever you do, keep pay money and piss off. They don't really care about you. You understand? That's important about training and find the right person. Now find someone that got time to really sit down, look at your problem and say, you got problem, I help you. Like, you know, when you go somewhere and get a specialist and then look at you specifically to see your problem and fix your problem. And sometimes you can go to general people. That's what is it. Ah, that's alright. Your problem not worse than me, so don't matter. Do whatever. Does that look nice? What you do? Who cares? So got to be careful what you learn. Yeah, and the people say things, you know. Sometimes when they say certain things, you take it as gospel. That's not a problem as well. You have to have sometimes think a bit about it first. Like eating, make sure you got digestion. Whatever you eat in, somebody say good, but good for you. This is good for me. You see? Yeah. You know what I mean? So you got to be able to digest the information in. Is it makes sense? Is it good? Is it, then you take it in and make changes. And again, I say all the time, it's like you have to make changes. Nobody can change. I can't change you. I only can here to provide, tell you what is it, and you got to make change. You want to make change, and you change, and that's good for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, good. Thanks.
Anything else?
There's a million things.
Man, there's so many things, man. Just that one thing at a time.
We don't know.
Worlds of difference. The other masters are at a distance, past arm's length, but Master Wong he's close. You know what I mean? It's personal.
It makes sense.
Yeah. And he's making it real, making it very real indeed.
So, do you know now how to look for the right master?
Yeah, certainly do.
So, what would you look for then?
Well, they teach you properly, they know what to do. When you're doing something wrong, like Master Wong will show you, explain it properly. It's the way to learn now.
So, Master Wong, how did those guys get on with you this weekend?
It's very good. There are few over here, they're pretty old, for real, but the thing about this is important. Even though he's about nearly 60 now, yeah? Yes. He don't look like one, and he look nice. He stand up. See? He don't have the belly out here. He look fit. He looks strong, and because he do exercise and everything else, you know. How old are you now?
48.
48, yeah, and he's still doing things, and he still want to get something done. The other chap is
48.
48 as well. You know, and he got a young one here, and he learned quick because he's young. He can. Only thing he learned is Wing Chun before, so for adapting the system into him, it's very quick, and he learned pretty good. So overall, all of them learn well, and you know, hopefully they go home practice and they're getting somewhere. So you not make sure go home and practice, yeah, and learn something. And he's the same, you know.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah?
Thank you very much.
Got to practice to mainly just learn it, got to go practice. That's mainly the important thing.
Yes.
Anything else? All they know is what the guy told him, the master told him. The master don't know much about everything else. That's all he know. Yes. Very limited, yeah, of the knowledge. That's why knowledge is power. But it depends how you apply the knowledge. Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of much knowledge you want, but how do you apply that to life and how do you apply that to everything? And if somebody got very good and a lot of knowledge, but you can't apply to anything, then your knowledge is, I always say, little knowledge on ice, little knowledge on fire is better, loads of knowledge on ice. Because you got loads of knowledge, it's dead. Have a little knowledge and you're going, I only know that I'm turning control, and go and do that, I'm going to be more likely going to get somewhere. But if you're going to do the same thing in loads of, yeah, man, and you can't do anything. No. Yeah. Business the same, you know, when you do business the same. No. You can go to school and university and be the, but you don't do real business. No. And business is people, business.
Of course it is.
If you can't communicate with people and understand people and turn up late, yeah. No, this is the basic principle.
Of course. It's your foundations and everything, isn't it?
You're done. If I have a meeting with you on Richard Bronson, yeah, a CEO of Virgin, and I turn up 10 minutes. Oh, Richard Branson, I'm too busy cleaning my shoe. That's why I'm late 10 minutes. You okay with that? Yeah. Fuck off, you fucking idiot. You get what I mean? It's a basic principle. That principle will kill you. Yeah. Just understand that. And martial art the same. So you longer, isn't it? He's training longer, isn't it?
Yes.
You train longer than Wing Chun. So because like I say, I don't really don't know what other people do Wing Chun out there, so I don't really know what they do. Mainly I know what I'm doing, so I don't know. So what's the difference between because you come the first time, so what's the difference between your stuff doing to what we're doing here on this 2 days?
A lot of the Wing Chun I did previously got you into a mindset of thinking you were always going to fight another Wing Chun guy.
Right.
And what we've done here has been different because it's like fighting
Don't matter who.
a psycho.
That's the real problem. It comes down to is that all the time on any kind of club or any kind of system, they always set up you to dealing with that guy, or set up like you do karate, you fight a karate guy. Yeah. You do Wing Chun, you fight a Wing Chun guy. You do that, you fight this guy. But reality, you learn from a self-defense, any kind of everything coming in. It's not the movement you do it, it's not right. It's the way you do it. The mindset you have to think, it needs to be changed. You know, so that's a different little bit. That's why all the time, because all the time the people, the knowledge of what they got onto the movement, teaching you, that's what they know, that's what they know. You know, if your moment they tell you this is what you do, and that's all she knows, that's what you do, then you don't really better. So for student point of view, it's very important for you to think. You know, that's why everything I teach you said, this is the idea. You know, I show you the idea. You elaborate it around and make use of what you've been learning, and it makes sense. It's the idea, and that idea to bring reality, you got to make it to become reality. You change it. You think like that. But a lot of them say certain things like do like the gospel. This is how you do it. This is you got to be 45 millimeter this way. Don't go too much because I break your arm. You will. Because you do it with me, so you will break my arm, yeah? But reality, in the real life, that guy you are attacking you, they don't care if you do Wing Chun. Don't care you be very minimum twist this way or out here. They don't care. They just whack you in the face. So all you need to do is defend your face. You get what I mean? So reality, it doesn't matter how far you off to when you really understand it first. Before you understand it, why you have to be Pacific. Yeah, because you don't understand it, no point to be Pacific. You know, it's like when you're after the look, go to see the girl and you judge her up. It's no Pacific line, is it? Is it? No, it's not a Pacific line because we live in the real world here. Yeah, it's not Pacific line. You judge the way how she feel. Yeah, and you elaborate through and then you adapt to yourself to it. Yeah, if you're clever enough, adapt yourself to it. She might go out with you. You might get a number. If you adapt yourself by the, do you want to sleep with tonight? And then you get a big whack on your damn head and say, no, piss off. You get what I mean? So this is the same big basic principle. Yeah, you have to make sure you adapt yourself, understand what they tell you is just the idea. You know, like when you say you judge a blind, give you the idea. They always give you the idea, and you have to use that idea in a situation that's suitable for that time to come. You know what I mean? So sometimes when do the block, it depends if the person on drug, piss. And then they try to hit you, yeah, not going to work. You get what I mean? That might work if somebody come along and say, you're punching me and I go like that. That might work because he know have attention to kill you. You just play with him. But something have attention to kill you. You're not going to be like that. You're going, oh my fucking God, I need to cover myself. What are you going to do to me? I'm shit myself now. The big guy come. You get what I mean? So you've got to understand the situation and understand why you do each thing. And the time and the place for everything. Everything you learn is a time and a place for using it. Yeah. It cannot be used at all the time. And it cannot be, let's say why we don't do this. It's a time and a place for this. And a time and a place for this. And a time and a place for each thing we're doing. Yeah. It's a time and a place for it. And the same thing, the punch, the hammer fist, the grab, the choke, all these things is a time and a place. You understand? But then again, it's up to the instructor or the master good enough to explain to you for you to understand, isn't it? But if you're not good enough, they tell you this is it, and you think, you know, I don't want to ask him because they're going to slap you in a minute. Then you're not going to ask. You take the gospel, isn't it? And you go home and you blame yourself, but really you don't blame yourself. You blame him that he didn't. That one guy online, he said something. He said the student is never wrong. It's like the customer never wrong, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
You see, like you go to the restaurant, you said customer never wrong.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the student never wrong. That's very true. But reality is the student need to choose the right person, really. You, see, I don't chose you. You chose me.
Yeah.
You know, you chose me, so you got to put up what I give you, yeah?
Yeah.
You chose, you see, you chose me. But you see, you chose me, so I don't chose you. You see, this is why you got to make sure you chose the right instructor or right master, whoever you train with. You chose them, you got to make sure you chose them properly, like choosing a wife. You know, your mom and dad not going to find a wife for you, and then you don't put up with her for the rest of your life, yeah? You chose them, so if she got bad breath, you got to put up with that thing. You understand what I mean? So, it's a basic example, it's a very basic example of understanding. You should got to understand.
Yesterday, when you turned around and said, you know, many years ago, thousands of years ago, Wing Chun was good, it did this, it did that, and then all of a sudden we merged with Europe, and then you get your boxer coming in. Wing Chun now is
changing.
Has to change.
Yeah.
That come to me yesterday.
Yeah, see, this like I was saying before, like every country in the world, they have a specific national sport.
Yes.
And because Chinese people taking martial art in China, they're bringing over here, they're thinking everybody do martial kung fu on them. You understand me?
Good.
So that's the problem. So in China, like in England, mainly a lot of them are doing boxing because it's like the Second World War. They recruit people for boxing. So if you know you're English, you're young, your mom and dad teach you boxing. That's what they're doing boxing in. They don't do kung fu in the Second World War. You know, they just box you to make you strong. You know, when you're in America, they do wrestling. That's a national sport into the university. Yeah, and you that's no now MMA in America a lot now, very big now. You see. And you go to Thailand, it's a Thai boxing, elbow, knee, and headbutt, and everything. And you go to where is it? Into Holland or go to Europe, they have to savate, you know, like kickboxing. So when you go to China, people do kung fu. They're not going to do boxing or wrestling. They do, but very, very lightly. Everybody kung fu, dragon claw, tiger claw, monkey style, and all this thing. You understand me? So all these people come in here, they expect you to kung fu on the Wing Chun guy. But reality, you got boxing guy. Now you got kickboxing guy. And then you can't deal with that because you don't come across with that kind of thing. Your fixed position, try to thinking like, hit me please and I attack you. And even that you don't even do it right. You know what I mean? So this is a big problem, a very big problem. And it's scary because what happened, you take it the gospel. Because all the time the kung fu people watching a lot of movie, then look good, and then you come to use it, can't use it. Because it's, you got to understand, when you're watching, it's got to look good. Yeah, like when we do our stuff, it have to look good because it's appealing to you, like eating. You got to see the dish, it got to be look nice. Otherwise, you don't come if it look like shithole. You won't want to go and buy it, do you? No. Why McDonald's have to be nice burger? They're appealing to you. But then you got to make sure you got result. So it's the same thing. You come here because you see me on YouTube. Now you come, now you feel it. Now you taste it. Now you start to understand it. You see? But you have to have this package in. But some people look good, but it's shit. Yeah. It's hollow. Yeah? And a lot of people are the same. They use name dropping. Even you here, I don't tell you who my master is or what I don't talk about that because it's none of your business. And it's not interesting to you. If my master's so famous, but you're shit. But your master, so why you shit? Problem. If I can't deliver, it's rubbish. Then it's bad news for me. You know, I have to deliver. That's why it's no point. In life, I always say to people all the time, don't drop name if you can't stick there. You can't stand on it. You know, you got to be good enough to carry that name around. Yeah. You know, if you can't carry that name around, if you're rubbish, and don't lie to people because they're not stupid. Human being is not stupid. Now you're not stupid, you know? You know, and when you know, this guy is a monkey brain, have problem. So it's good to understanding is if you cannot deliver, it's a problem. That's why when you not come down, the same thing. It's got to be the package. Make sure you look, make sure you come down, make sure you understand what I'm talking about, make sure you learn properly, make sure you take something home, make sure you got something, you pay for something. Take home and make use of it. Then I've done my job. Yeah, that's the whole thing. You ask me, I tell you. As a lot of time when on YouTube, a lot of problem with that kind of thing is, nobody asked me. I just try to think what they try to do and I try to put the movement that thinking that's what people want to see. You get what I mean? Nobody asks and I don't answer there anyway because it can be all day online and asking all the Tom, Dick and Harry. So when you got a question, you come and see me. Then I answer all your questions. You know, anything you want to know, you got problem. Even you can't have a shit, I can tell you why. You get what I mean? That's the answer. Not limited martial arts. So it's the same thing. I will answer your question, help. Mainly what we're trying to do is helping you. Try to get something, helping you to understand. It's not about me. I've done my stuff. It's about me. It's about you.